This question's for CJ. Have you heard back from former President Obama yet? Any apology for him picking against you?
Uh, nah, I haven't heard a response from Obama yet. We actually haven't had our phones. We got them back this morning. Coach took it last night just so we can get some rest.
Really for anybody, but I guess you could say CJ or whoever wants to answer this. You guys were, I was really impressed with how the confidence you guys had after last night's game against Arizona. What do you guys have to do to keep that going against Kentucky, and what do you expect from the Wildcats, the second Wildcats you guys are going to face in 3 days?
I really just say it's really a focus thing. I think when some people they get a little bit of success, you know, you can start to get off out of what you've been doing from the jump. So really just staying focused, you know. I mean, Kentucky a little different team from Arizona. You know, they got, you know, more guards and a more perimeter-based team. So, you know, we just got to, the scouting report going to be a little different. We just got to come ready to play and stay focused.
I guess for all you guys, the crowd was pretty well behind you last night. I'm assuming it'll be the same way tomorrow night. Did you guys feed off of that energy last night at all?
Jeremy, let's start with you.
Yeah, I say we did feed off a little bit. Like I said last night, it felt like we was in an alumni arena in Buffalo. So shout out to the fans out here in Boise that's supporting us, and the Buffalo fans that traveled out to see us play.
CJ?
Oh yeah, at the beginning of the game, we got a couple buckets. You could hear the UB fans cheering and stuff like that, like a specific group of people cheering. And then when we went on a run at the end and everybody seeing what we was made of, we hit a three, the whole arena erupting, and it was a great feeling.
Nick?
Oh yeah, that second half was something crazy. When we start hitting a lot of shots, you know, things really start to go our way. I can hear the crowd really behind us, and you know, it made us feel good. I think it gave us a little bit of confidence to, you know, finish the game.
It's for Jeremy. Their players don't buy the idea and your coach is definitely selling it, that they're all freshmen. Your veteran experience really will benefit you. What do you think of that? Do you think your veteran experience will be a big factor in this game?
I mean, Kentucky's a very good team, as we all know, but I think experience should give us just a little bit of an edge. But I mean, I think the team that plays the hardest is going to come out with the win.
From the film that you've seen so far of Kentucky, I don't know how much you've gotten to see yet or if you saw any of the game yesterday. Where do you think you match up well against Kentucky, and what areas do you think are going to be hardest to defend?
Nick, let's start with you.
I think we match up pretty well with their guards. They got some guards who, you know, are pretty good in ball screens and stuff like that. But I also think they're lacking, like, on the inside with, you know, defending and stuff like that. So, I mean, one strength I think they have is pretty much their size. They're a good rebounding team and stuff like that. But I don't think they can, like, stay with us in transition and stuff like that. I think they play, you know, they got a lot of big guys. They play a little bit too much of them and stuff like that. So I think that plays to our favor.
CJ?
I feel like this game is going to be a little different than last game. You know, last game we wanted to, you know, shoot a lot of threes and to like kind of expose their 7-footers and stuff like that. But this game, I feel like my big guy Nick Perkins is going to get a lot inside and be able to dominate and play his game. You know how he's been playing the whole year. So yeah.
Jeremy?
Could you repeat the question? I forgot it.
From the film you've seen so far of Kentucky, and if you got to see it in their game yesterday, what areas do you think you match up well against them, and what areas might be a struggle?
Yeah, I think we match up with them pretty good. I mean, they got players on the draft boards. We know they can play. They're real good, but they put on their shorts just like we put on our shorts. So, like I said, I feel like the toughest team and the hardest playing team is going to come out on top tomorrow night or afternoon.
What's the key, I guess, for CJ or Nick or whoever wants to answer this, to keeping that energy going? I mean, yesterday, obviously, you guys, especially that second half, you outscored Arizona by 19 points. You really seemed to just snag the momentum and never give it back. How do you keep that going on Saturday night against Kentucky? And maybe getting into the Sweet 16 for the first time in school history?
CJ?
Just sticking to how we play. We came into yesterday's game not really changing too much of how we play, and we're gonna come into the game against Kentucky not changing anything. We're gonna stick with our base. We always want to be the hardest playing team every time we step on the floor, no matter who we playing against and stuff like that. So when we do that, we usually the outcome is usually successful.
Hey, guys over here. From being around you guys the last couple of days, it seems like Nate has really created a culture where you guys are free to say what you want and be confident and speak your mind, and he clearly does the same thing. I was just curious how that has helped you guys develop both the playing style you have and the confidence to come out and play the way you did last night, and hopefully for your sake tomorrow.
Nick?
I feel like it's big, I feel like when you have a good relationship with your coach and he know who you are as a person, you know who he is, it makes the team better, I think he want to play a little harder for him, and, he wants to go harder for you. So I think overall it makes the program so much better when, guys are more comfortable with each other and, you get to be yourself.
CJ?
Coach Oates is definitely a player's coach. He basically asked us what we want to do. Today we have a practice in a few, and he asked us, hey, you want to go live or you want to walk through and get a lot of jump shots up, and that's really big. You have some coaches it's really a dictatorship in the program. It's either their way or the highway, but it's not like that here, and that really helps in the long run because you always want to play for a coach that has the utmost confidence in you and listens to you as a player.
Jeremy?
Yeah. When the head man of the program is the hardest working in the program, it's easy to follow. So, it's like they said, he's a player's coach. He gives us tons of confidence, and that's why we play how we play.
Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Guys, so you're Cinderella now, officially, I think. I wondered, when you were growing up watching the NCAA tournament, do you have a favorite Cinderella team?
Jeremy?
No.
CJ?
Nah.
Nick?
I can't even think of one, to be honest, but nah, yeah.
All right. Hat trick. More questions?
Okay, I'll follow up on that. Jeremy, you didn't seem to like that I called you guys a Cinderella. Is that accurate? Do you not like that label?
Everybody in our locker room think we should be here, and yesterday's game wasn't like a fluke or whatever you would call it, but I think we have a very confident team, and I don't really like the term Cinderella team.
Guys, kind of following up on that, what do you think that you've showed to the rest of the country that might not have heard of you guys before or really watched you before?
Jeremy?
We're a team that play very hard. We got some tough guards, Dante and Vontae. It started with them last night. I told both of them after the game, y'all started the game very well on the defensive end, and CJ hit a couple threes early, and we just feed off of each other. We give each other confidence all game.
CJ?
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
No, I was just kind of saying, after last night, you guys are on the national stage now.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are getting so much national attention. What do you think that you have shown to the rest of the country that maybe has never heard of you guys or never even watched you play before?
I feel like the way, not only getting the win last night, but the way we won, showed that it wasn't a fluke. Sometimes teams can stick around with a high major and come down to the last shot, hit a lucky buzzer beater or something like that, and go crazy at half court, But I feel like our win wasn't like that yesterday. Our win showed you hear Charles Barkley on the internet and stuff like that. You hear people saying that we dominated them, and that's not really a fluke, And I feel like that this team isn't done, and we're gonna show you tomorrow.
Take two more questions for student athletes first, right here.
I would put this to all of you. How did you end up at Buffalo? You know, what was the recruiting process like? Were there other schools in the mix?
Nick, let's start with you.
Well, coming out of high school, I've been knowing, native Michigan guy, so I've been knowing him for a while. And, me being from Michigan, when Nate, came to Buffalo, and then when he eventually, I think I committed here when Bobby Hurley still had the head job. And when Coach Hurley decided to left, it was only right for me to stay with Nate. Me and his relationship is so strong and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I got here.
CJ?
My story is a little different. I was playing AAU basketball as an unsigned senior in the Adidas circuit, and I actually got referred to Buffalo by Dusty May, who was the coach at Louisiana Tech. He's not there anymore. And they referred me to them, and then one of our assistant coaches, Jim Weissel, he came and saw me in Indiana, and he liked my defensive game. So they really didn't know that I had offensive game, so they really recruited me for defense. And then so when I got here, and then they seen my offense, and then they were really shocked.
Jeremy?
I'll just say I was getting recruited a lot out of junior college, but Coach B and Coach Oates recruited me the hardest, I believe, and I trusted them the most, and I feel like I made the right decision.
One more question? Anything? All right. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.